Well, here it is, everybody. That much long waited I've been talking about and hadn't put it out yet. Second part of the video where I lose my lose my cool, I guess you would say, or I get a little overzealous, overexcited, like I sometimes do. If you know me, you know I get excited sometimes when I start talking about certain things. I get upset, and I say upset. I get excited about it because I can't stand an injustice, you know. Um, so I get excited, and I you know, I go out on the way out on the limb, making up analogies and what ifs and all kind of things. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and watch the video. The reason it took me so long to get it edited is I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I've been sick as a dog, man. I mean, sick. Going from single digits up north to down to Homestead, Florida to 82 degrees and back up to the cold freezing snow again. And that back and forth changing like that has just played havoc on me. So sorry it took so long to get it out. I just been really, really sick as a dog. But y'all go ahead. We're going to watch the video. And when it's over with, we'll come back and I'll talk to you guys about it. And I'll be able to say more about what you actually saw in the video, because I don't want to give it away right now. But I'm pretty sure most of you that know me got an idea. All right, so y'all hang around. Let's get ready for another great episode of The Trucker's Table.
Robbie's got a gold watch. Don't seem like a whole lot after 30 years of driving up and down the interstate. But Robbie's had a good life, and Robbie's got a good wife.
So I kept looking, couldn't find anything. Finally, I found a load picking up in Baytown, going to Crescent, Texas. That's west of Fort Worth. So I go over there, check in. She goes, "Yeah, we don't have an appointment for you, but we'll work you in. It may take a little while." 3.5 hours later, they get me loaded, and I still had enough time on my clock to make it up to Crescent. So I get up there to Crescent, and I can't park there on site because they have a gate, but I could park nose up to the gate, far enough off the highway that I'm legal, but there was another truck already there. So I went about a quarter of a mile on down the road. I found a driveway. I just kind of went around the curve a little bit, back right up into the driveway, you know. And it was a really wide driveway. I mean, super wide, man. And so I parked up against the curb, out of the way and everything. And I was like, you know, by now it's after midnight. I'm not going to be able to get any well, it was right at midnight. It was just before midnight. I was like, there's no way I'm going to get any dadgum sleep, because at any minute, well, you know, between 5 and 7 a.m., I'm not sure what time it's going to be, but there's going to be somebody banging on my damn door telling me, "You can't park here." I know it's going to happen. I know it. So it's one of those things where I just got to get a 7-hour break in, because I got a 3-hour break in at the shipper when I was getting loaded. So all I need is 7 hours, not moving, showing myself in the sleeper, and I get some hours back, you know. So it's right around midnight, so I'm praying nobody will show up before 7 a.m. Well, that didn't work out. I started having dreams that I was backing up and there were cars whipping around me and I was about to hit them and stuff. Well, those cars whipping around were cars pulling into the parking lot. I was self-consciously dreaming about what's actually going on around me. So I kind of woke up and I look in my mirror and I can see all the tail lights. There's like 2 or 3 cars. I'm like, ah, shit. Reached down, crunk up the truck, turned on my lights so they could see I was leaving, and made it out of there before they came over banging on the truck. Because those are always unpleasant. Let's just use that word. Unpleasant confrontations. And so rather than having an unpleasant confrontation, I just went ahead and left. So this is like a little side street. It's not like a main highway or nothing, you know. So I ELD creep. I don't go over 3 miles an hour. I mean, you can go as high as 4.5, but you can't go. I think once you hit 5, or if you stay at 5 miles an hour for more than 1 or 2 seconds, I think it gets you. If you just hit 5 and right back down, it might not. If you do it in less than a second or 2. But I didn't want to take any chances. I didn't get over 3 miles an hour. So I'm ELD creeping about 3 miles an hour. Back down the road, got my flashers on. I get back down to the next driveway down. It was like, I think it was like maybe 100 feet. And I pull in, go in front of the building, and I should have stayed parked in front of the building. But I was like, nah, in case they start coming in and parking in front of the building, I don't want to be in the way. I'll come over here and park up against the curb out of the way, you know. So I did that, and I'm watching cars go by, and I'm like, man, I hope none of them don't come in here. Oh, look at that big old doggy. Oh, I look like a golden and a German Shepherd mix. Oh, man, I hope you don't get hit by a car. Oh, God, I hate that. Who lets their dog just wander around near a damn interstate? Just want to punch people like that in the freaking face. Damn, that was a beautiful dog. I'd hate for him to get anything happen. He's so big and the same color as a deer. They'd have to take a double take to see if it was a deer or a dog. I hope nothing happens to him, poor thing. He was big and fluffy. He's probably eating somewhere. But anyway, so I'm sitting there, and then I see the white pickup come in. I see he has his blinker on, and he's turning in right next to me. And I'm getting ready to let my window down and tell him I'm moving. And he just goes right on by me. He doesn't stop. And he goes behind my trailer and opens the gate and goes inside. Well, I'm already got my lights on. I'm moving, and I go like I'm gonna leave, but he drives his pickup truck way back into the yard there, wherever he's at. Going back there, they had trucks parked back there, so I'm guessing he was a truck driver. He's going back there to get in his truck. So I just kind of backed up a little bit back to the gate, turned, and went over to the other part of their parking lot, to stay out of the way, and in case anybody else is coming into that gate. And I'm looking at my clock. I got 5 minutes. I just need 5 more minutes. And so I'm sitting there, and finally I get my 7-hour break. And I I look at the clock and I'm like, well, it ain't even 7 o'clock yet. Let me see how long it's going to be before other cars start coming in. So I kind of hung out a little bit longer, waiting to see if there was going to, what time they opened up. People started coming into the office and stuff. So I think it was like about 5 minutes, about at 7, I started seeing a couple of cars come in. So I went ahead and took off and left. Well, by now I got my clock back. I got hours, and I drive down, pull in, check in there where I got to deliver. They get me unloaded, and so the load I'm on now, I let the agent know, hey, I'm going to be empty. I'm empty today, actually. I had to cancel the load coming out of Arkansas back down to Waco, and because I couldn't find anything to get up there to pick it up, and it was only paying just under $3 a mile, and I couldn't justify deadheading over 500 miles to pick up a load paying less than $3 a mile. I hate that I had to cancel. I hate to cancel more than anything. I hate that. I've told you guys, I do anything and everything I can to not cancel the load. So, and what was bad is I had just done a load for that same agent, Columbus, Ohio, down to Kaufman, Texas, those solar panels, and it was the same agent. And so I felt really bad about it, and I explained everything to her, and I just explained, I was like, hey, I could not take a chance on being illegal. I mean, just going to get the axled out weight and back to the shipper was chance enough. I mean, they could have did a roadside, pull me over, bring out the portable scales. I mean, it could have been horrific. Lucky for me, that didn't happen. So, but what do you do in that situation? Because you don't know what your weight is until you get to the damn scales. And the place you're picking up doesn't have scales. You're in a bind. You're way behind. So that load going up the Crescent paid fairly decent. And then I had some downtime because I didn't get a whole lot of sleep driving from Baytown up to Crescent. When I got there to Crescent, it wasn't real sleep. It was just like rest, not sleep. So I got parked there in Hillsboro, man. I got some sleep, deep sleep. Put that air conditioner at 10,000 BTU AC in the window. Got that AC cranked up. Dropped the thermostat on the AC down to 62. It was so cold in here I could hang meat, man. But nah, when you turn the temperature down low like that, man, get up under them blankets, man, you get some good sleep. I actually saw that on a report. The doctor was talking about, maybe it wasn't a doctor, maybe it was some scientist or something. I forgot who it was now, but they were saying ways to get, to stay young is to get really good deep sleep. And the best way to get a really good deep sleep is to have your thermostat turned down low so that it's cold when you're sleeping. I don't see how people sleep in 70 plus degree rooms, He said 68's the ideal temperature. And that's what we set ours on before he even said that at the house. So, yeah, we'll get up here and jump on I-20 and we'll run that, like I said, all the way over to Shreveport, and I'm pretty sure I'll jump on 49 and run that down. I don't know. I'm gonna look and see how much fuel is. If it's cheaper in Mississippi, Louisiana, or in Alabama, and then I'll probably stop and get fuel accordingly. The original plan was to get it in Grand Bay, but since yesterday, the GPS has flip-flopped on me 2 or 3 times, and I know why it's doing it. It's like last night, right? Last night it had me going down close to Conroe and cutting across towards Beaumont and going down that way. But today traffic is a lot worse down that way around Houston area down there. So it has me going this way. Now, Baton Rouge is going to be a nightmare. Trying to get over that bridge over the Mississippi River there in Baton Rouge is going to be a nightmare, because you have 1, maybe 2 lanes where you can get across there, and you got like 3 lanes of traffic going down into those. So that's going to be terrible. So one of the options is to go on Highway 190 and come out on the other side of the river. And then another option is to run I-20 all the way to Jackson, Mississippi, and go down Highway 49 to Hattiesburg, and then take Highway 98 out of Hattiesburg to Mobile, and then jump on I-10 in Mobile and run that to the house. The good thing is it's the day before Thanksgiving. There may be some DOT scales open, but even if I stopped, oh man, look at that Peterbilt Landstar, looks sharp. Even if I just drive till I get out of Texas, get over to this road is shaking me. I can still make it from there on to the house. I just have to stop and do a 30-minute break. But I know you got to scale when you first come into Louisiana from Texas. There you go. Is that a cop? He had a light. That could have been a cop. Freaking idiot. See, when cops take advantage of their authority like that, it gives you the okay, I guess you'd say, or the cover, or whatever you want to call it. It gives you the right, maybe you can say that, to just not like them. But there again, you got bad apples, good apples. You don't want to tarnish all of them because of a couple of idiots. But I swear, I keep getting all the bad ones. I'm sick and tired of it. I want some good ones for a change. I got a good one time up in Alabama. And then I had a bad one in Alabama too. He was it the guy in Alabama? It might have been the guy in Alabama. I can't remember now. He got me on my logs. I had been off duty for 21 hours off duty for 21 hours, man. That's more than double 2 breaks. You're required to take a 10-hour break. I took 21. And he wrote me up because I was in off-duty mode and not sleeper berth mode. Dude. Come on, man. Do you think during that 21 hours I didn't get any damn sleep? What the hell, man? That was back when I was doing Katie's loads and stuff. And I'd be laying over at the receivers at the grocery stores and all. Man, I had done this, what was it? The 8-2 split, 7-3 split, whatever it is. And he says, you're supposed to do 8 hours in the sleeper. And I'm like, yeah, but, you know, my heater didn't work. Oh man, his mud flap's about to fall off. Look at that mud flap, man. Woo, woo. I don't want to be behind him when that breaks off. But, you know, I was like, hey, my heater didn't work. I was in the hotel, you know, so technically I'm off duty. I'm not in a sleeper because I'm in a hotel. Getting some good sleep and taking a shower, doing all that stuff to make myself well rested. Yep, but you got to show it in the sleeper. I'm like, okay, so let me get this right. Even though I'm not in the sleeper, I'm in a motel getting some good sleep and a shower and some good rest. You want me to falsify my logs and say that I'm in the sleeper, not off duty in a motel. So what you're telling me is to falsify my logs. Yep. I'm like, that makes no goddamn sense. That makes no freaking sense at all. You want me to falsify logs so that I'm legal. Is that what you're telling me? Yep. I'm like, dude, that's a whole new kind of stupid. So, I got busted for that. And I explained it to Landstar. And Landstar was like, yeah, you got to show yourself in the sleeper. I said, but I was in a hotel. I wasn't in a sleeper. Well, you just got to show yourself in the sleeper. I said, okay, I just want to make sure I got this right. Let me document this date and time where you, Landstar, are telling me it's okay to falsify logs. Is that what you're telling me? Well, you just got to show yourself. I'm falsifying logs. Is that what you're telling me? Because that's what I'd have to do to meet the standard that they're setting. You want me, it's okay to falsify logs. So we got it all written down. Okay. What happened was when these pencil pushing MFers that sit behind a desk who have never driven a GD truck are writing up the regulations, they don't know the stuff you're supposed to know. That's why when they wrote that law, they wrote it literally instead of, okay, what if, you know, he does the 8-3 split, but, you know, he goes to the hospital because he's sick or whatever, and he's in the hospital for a month, a week, whatever. He still has to do that freaking 8-hour sleeper before he can come back to work. That makes no damn sense. That makes no sense. How about this? This would have been a good way to write the law. And hey, I barely made it through high school. I'm no scholar, okay? But I got a lick of common freaking sense. So how about this? You either do 8 hours in the sleeper or you do 10 hours off duty. Either way, it resets your thing, right? just in case something happens where you can't be in the sleeper, but you're off duty for at least 10 hours or more, then that also counts. Wouldn't that make sense? Wouldn't it? Wouldn't that make sense? Go, who the hell is going to take off more than 10 hours, which is more than the required 8-hour sleeper break, and not put that they were in the sleeper if they were in the sleeper? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. You wrote a law and you didn't put a clause in there for possibilities, things that may or may not happen. There's always extenuating circumstances on things that could happen. Like for me, for instance, my heater broke. And I'm in a hotel because it's like down in the teens. You know, and I was off duty for 21 freaking hours. I shouldn't have to go back and falsify my logs before I can drive. I shouldn't have to go back and sit in the truck for 8 hours after I've already been off 21 hours just so I can drive. That makes no freaking sense. And this is one of those times where Landstar could have took that to court and blew it apart. They could, somebody like myself that's never taken one damn class in law could have went in there and tore them a new one because I have a lick of freaking common sense. Are you going to tell me if I go in there and tell a judge, so judge, you thinking I should falsify my logs so that I'm legal? He's going to say, no, of course not. That's stupid. Hopefully the judge has a lick of common sense. But yeah, they could have got that one thrown out lickety split, man. Who knows? They could have been the spearhead on rewriting that rule, that law, that regulation, whatever you want to call it. A multi-billion-dollar company with all of this money, all this resources, drivers like myself that have a lick of common sense who can provide them with all the information they need to give to their fancy Philadelphia lawyers, and go in there and tear FMCSA DOT a new one, and they won't do it, man. That is disgraceful. That is 100% disgraceful. When you have the means and the opportunity to protect your people out here killing themselves, busting their asses to haul your freight, and you have an opportunity to protect them, and you don't do it. That's disgraceful. Man, this is one of those situations where I'm wondering how much of this is going to make the video and how much of it's going to be on the editing floor, or if the whole project just gets scrapped. I don't know. I might could take excerpts out of it and put it into another video. Yeah. Y'all have to forgive me, if you will, please. I appreciate it. I just, I'm very passionate about right and wrong. I love trucking, don't get me wrong. If I could get out of it and do something where I could be home, I probably would. Because I've done it for almost 30 years. Not counting the driving I did younger years working with my uncle. You know, so almost 30 years, that's enough. It's time to retire. If I could do something and get out of it and do, you know, something different, I would. But don't get me wrong, I still love trucking. I'm still passionate about it. I love the idea of picking up something here and taking it over yonder, and then picking up something over yonder and bringing it back down here. And going into factories where they build stuff, make stuff. Going into distribution centers where they take the product off my trailer, load it on about 2 or 3 dozen other trailers that go out in all different directions around the country and stuff like that, man. It's pretty cool when you watch what's happening to the stuff that you're hauling. You see where it goes, and how it's being used, and stuff like that. You know, even the concert tour stuff was pretty cool. You know, going from town to town, watching them pull the stuff off of your truck, put it together like a jigsaw puzzle to make, you know, a big stage for a concert. I mean, it's pretty cool watching them do that. And, you know, stuff like that's fun. I enjoyed it. Probably never get to do it again just because I can't go into California. Plus, I'm old and fat. Nobody thinks I can keep up and do my part. So, but, you know, I just wish there were more companies out there that gave a damn about their drivers and were willing to spend a little bit of their profits that they got off of our backs to fight for us. That's why I say F Buc-ee's. Fight for your local truck driver. Fight for your family member. F you, Buc-ee's. Alright, back off of Buc-ee's. Back off. I'm off of that again. But I'm just saying, I just wish companies, politicians, somebody would just step up and actually fight for us, man. Because during the pandemic, whatever you want to call it, COVID, I was out here busting ass. I didn't go home. I didn't, you know, I was isolated. Couldn't even go inside and use a damn bathroom in some places. Had damn porta potties set up and shit. Couldn't get a hot meal. Had to eat damn sandwiches or whatever you could get. You know, I carried most of my food in my truck. But even going into a grocery store was a challenge to get something, you know, for your truck. But I still stayed out here and still busted my butt, you know, trying to deliver stuff where it needed to go so people would have stuff that they needed. And back then we were heroes. And then in no time flat, we went back to zero. But yeah, I get a little passionate about it, and I'm sorry. I probably offend some people. I don't know, if I won $200 or $300 million in the lottery, I might would take $5 or $10 million and start a trucking organization that advocates for truckers. And of course, you'd have to set up some type of charity where you could take donations and stuff like that, because you can only finance so much for so long. You have to make it where you can keep it going without, you know, using every dime you have and then running out of money and then it just going away. So of course you'd have to set up some kind of something like that, but I'd like to at least get it off the ground and get it going. And basically it's like a you know, where we fight for you. You know, we take your case to court, and you just have to explain to us what happened. Give us a little bit of proof, you know. Show us something where we can actually take that and we have an argument that we can make, you know. Ah, damn. Thank you, Mr. Volvo man, for letting me in. I'm not going to Fort Worth. I'm going to Shreveport. But yeah, that's what I'd like to do, man. And I'll be honest with you, I would be in court I couldn't get up there and argue because I'm not a litigator, legal lawyer, or whatever. I could testify as a as an expert, trucking expert. I think 30 years in trucking would qualify me as an expert. A lot of different experiences in the trucking industry. I think originally the GPS wanted me to cut over around Corsicana or Corsa something other and cut over to 45 and then go down to Houston. I don't know. Anyway, we're doing good. We still got 6 hours and 40 minutes on our drive clock, and that's enough to at least get us down close to Lafayette or either over close to Jackson, Mississippi. One of those two places. Either way, one or the other will put us within 8 hours of the house. So we'll only have to do the one break. Ah, damn. Alright, we're going to check back with y'all in a little bit. I'm in a jam, man. Look at this. Ooh. Trying to get over best I can. I hate it when people don't take up all of the shoulder all the way over as far as they can go. Damn it. But yeah, we'll check back with y'all in a little bit.
Well, so what y'all think? I'm a little under the weather. A little sickly. The weather's been playing havoc on me. Hot, cold, hot, cold. Going into Florida, back up north. Back, either in the sun or the snow. It's like 80 something degrees down in Homestead, and I get back up here and it's like in the 40s. So it's playing havoc on my body, the head cold and everything else. But anyway, I'll be honest with you guys. You could probably tell I'm not the best editor in the world, so you can tell that I did edit a little bit out, but there was a little bit of cussing in it, more than I wanted, so I did take out some of the cussing. Might have left a little bit of cussing in there, but I took out the bulk of it. And I don't know. I get out here and I do my job, and just trying to earn a living, pay my bills, and just like all of you guys. And I don't know. You go to a construction site, you swinging a hammer doing construction. You ain't got nobody right there, no government official hounding your ass. You ain't driving the nail correctly. You ain't doing this right. How come you're not wearing this or wearing that? Blah, 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 blah. You're driving a forklift in a warehouse. You don't have a government official right there watching you. Don't drive the forklift so fast. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. I mean, we can't go take a dadgum crap without there's DOT, Like right now, I'm at a truck stop. And they just pulled up out here. Got something from that one of those drivers over there. I don't know if they were going to check his logs or something. I don't know. And I'm like, damn, man, you can't even take a break without them coming up in here and messing with you. So, I don't know. It's just out of control. And, man, I'd give anything if we could do a reset on, and pull those guys back in a little bit, you know, because they're way out of control. But anyway, yeah, some people aren't going to like the video, the way I edited it and the way I put it out there. But it is what it is. And it just don't make sense, some of the way they write the laws and stuff. It's like an idiot wrote them, the regulations. They don't put in contingencies because they don't know about the contingencies because they never drove a damn truck. That's why someone like me that's been out here driving a damn truck for over almost 30 years needs to be writing the damn regulations. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that knows that, hey, that this could happen or that could happen. We have to allow for this, allow for that. But they don't know to do that because they've never done this. They're a bunch of pencil pushers. So, anyway, that's the video. Believe me, it could have been a lot worse. Man, coughing. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. We'll see what happens. You know, I got a couple more videos lined up that I'll probably put out before Christmas. And so we'll see what happens. I have been communicating with Landstar about a digital permit book, so it ain't like I don't communicate with them. I do. So hopefully they'll cut me some slack. And understand I was just a little agitated. So, thank you guys for liking, watching, commenting, subscribing, all that wonderful stuff you guys do that makes this fun for me. Y'all can tell I'm so excited and having so much fun right now. It's just because I'm under the weather. I'll be perked up, ready to go again in no time. But in the meantime, y'all stay safe, don't give up, keep moving forward, and always keep punching.
Keep punching.